Ayaan was a bright, thoughtful boy who lived in a small town surrounded by hills and farms. From the time he was little, he was always full of questions. Why do stars twinkle? How do doctors know what's wrong with someone? What makes a plane fly in the sky? His parents always smiled and encouraged his curiosity. Never stop asking questions, Ayaan, his mother would say. One day, your knowledge will help others. Ayaan loved school. While some kids hurried through their homework, he took his time, eager to understand each topic. His favorite subjects were science and social studies. He loved learning how things worked and reading stories about people who changed the world, scientists who found cures, engineers who built bridges, teachers who brought light to villages without schools. One day at school, his teacher showed the class a video about a man who invented low-cost solar lamps for villages with no electricity. Ayaan was amazed. He used his knowledge to help so many people, he said. The teacher nodded. That's what education can do. It gives you the power to solve real problems. A few weeks later, there was a heavy storm in a nearby town. The roads were flooded, houses were damaged, and people were struggling. Ayaan watched the news with his parents. Children were sitting in the dark, schools were closed, and some families had no food or clean water. His heart sank. I wish I could help them, he whispered. That night, as he sat by the window, Ayaan thought hard. What if I could grow up and invent something that helps people during floods? Or make sure villages always have electricity and clean water? He realized something important. If he wanted to help others and his country, he needed to learn more. Not just memorize facts, but really understand how things worked. From that day on, Ayaan studied with even more passion. He read extra books, asked deeper questions, and even joined science clubs. His teachers noticed his effort and encouraged him. His parents were proud, but most importantly, Ayaan felt proud of himself. He wasn't just learning for marks, he was learning to make a difference. Years passed, and Ayaan grew up to become an environmental engineer. He designed systems that provided clean drinking water to rural areas and built flood-resistant homes for families in storm-prone zones. He also worked with schools to teach children how to stay safe during natural disasters. People praised his intelligence and kindness. But whenever someone called him a hero, he simply said, I just used what I learned to help. Anyone can do this, with enough knowledge and care. And so, Ayaan's dream came true, not just because he studied hard, but because he believed in using knowledge to make the world a better place. Moral: study not just to pass exams, but to gain knowledge. One day, that knowledge can help people in need, solve big problems, and even make your country proud. Learning is the first step to changing the world.